So something I've never really understood, and I always like low key hated it, and I never really understood why people would do it, is flirting with people that they're not interested in. But like that'd be the worst fool. Like a girl will be flirting with you, blatantly flirting with you, bruh. She'd be out here, laughing, touching you and shit, but not trying to suck your dick. Like, come on, like lock in, fool. Like, what are we doing out here? Like, what are we really actually doing? And I never really understood why people would like to do this because, like, bruh, like people's feelings are actually involved. Like, you're actually playing with people's feelings, and like, you're wasting my time, bruh. Like, what are we doing? Like I said, are we finna lock in or not? Like, what's the word? So I never liked, and I always despised the idea of people flirting with other people that they don't like. But recently, you know what I'm saying, I had a change of heart. Things have changed as of recent. But before we get into why I changed my perception and me low-key agreeing with people that flirt with others that they don't like, me actually feeling them, empathizing with them, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I just want to tell you like how I am as a person, as a nigga, you know what I'm saying? I just want to tell you the way I move, just the way I go about life. So let's talk about me. I'm a pretty straightforward person. I wouldn't say like I'm extremely blunt though. Like I wouldn't say I'm lay everything on the table just like that. But my intentions are pretty clear. Like if I like it, I want you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not interested in talking to anyone that I'm not interested in. If I'm not interested in you, if I'm not like wanting to talk to you, like I only want to talk to you because I'm trying to like fuck with you on some shit. Like that's the only reason I'm trying to talk to you. If I'm not trying to fuck with you, or if there's no chance of me able to fuck with you, I'm not speaking to you. I'm just not gonna speak to you. For example, let's say we're in school, right? And we're in class. And I go talk to a girl. If I talk to a girl, if I go out my way to talk to you, that means I'm interested. I'm trying to like fuck with you. But if I'm not trying to fuck with you, bro, I'm not gonna ever speak to you, like ever. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not gonna talk to you because like, what am I talking to you for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I gaining from talking to you? So with my ideology, it's kind of hard to fathom why people would like to play games, because that literally goes against my, the way I move as a person. Because I wouldn't play no games if I'm interested in you. If I'm interested in you and I want to talk to you, I'm not playing no games with you. But if I'm not interested in you, I'm never going to speak to you. There's no games in between. There's no games to be played if I'm actually fucking with you. So I never understood why people like to play games or like to play hard to get or just be on bullshit, because like, if you really fuck with me, you will show that. Bro, we is too grown to be playing games, bro. I have shit to do, bro. I have business to stand on. I cannot be wasting my time fucking with you because you want to be on some bullshit. I do not have that sort of time. So if you want some bullshit, no, I'm just going to cut it here. I'm not going to speak to you. I'm just not going to speak to you. It's just going to be dead from here on out. So what changed my mind? What changed me? So there's this guy on YouTube. His name is Rich and Unemployed, I believe. And he's starting to blow up a little bit on TikTok and like on Instagram and shit. He's starting to blow up a little bit, you know what I'm saying, because of his podcast. And I was watching one of his episodes, right? And he said he flirts with women that he isn't interested in. Like he just be talking shit. Like he just be talking shit. He just be, chatting. He just be chatting to hella different women. Obviously not serious. He just be, chatting shit. And he said he likes to do it because he likes to see the reaction. He likes to, see what will happen. Like it's just the thrill of what will happen, what could possibly happen if you just, apply a little bit of pressure. And like I said, he just be bullshitting. He just be chatting most of the time. And he don't mess with nowhere near as many women as much as he could actually mess with, but he just be fucking around. And the way he explained it, I don't know, just the way he explained it is like, it was low-key interesting. It was like, you're just messing with, like, just flirting just for the sake of flirting, just talking shit, just flirting around just because you can flirt, just because you can do it. And I'm like, that sounds like fun. That sounds interesting. That sounds fun. That sounds intriguing. So a couple days after me watching that episode, I was at work, right? And I was just thinking. I don't know, I just be thinking at work. I just be thinking about random shit. And I was just thinking like, that would be kind of cool if I just flirt with a whole bunch of women, but like not really be serious with them. Just flirt just for the sake of doing it. And that right there, it clicked for me. Everything just clicked. Like, bro, I literally dead ass had like a whole spiritual awakening, my nigga. Like, I'm like, bro, that's quite literally playing games right there. That is quite literally playing games. And it all just made so much sense. It all clicked for me right then and there. Like, oh, so that's why people play games. That's why people be on BS, bro. That is why people be playing games. That's why people be flirting with people that they're not really interested in. Like, just being able to rizz up a shorty without actually like trying to spank, just being able to rizz her up and just being able to, I know it sounds crazy, but play with her emotions, bro. That's so tough, bro. That is tough as shit. And like, I've been missing like the obvious answer in my face. Is the answer was so in my face that I didn't see it. Bro, the reason why people like to play games and people like to flirt is because it's fun. Bro, it all clicked. It all clicked full circle. Like, it all makes so much sense, bruh. It's fun. It's just fun to do that. Like, fucking around, but without actually fucking around, bro, it's just fun as shit, bro. It's like the thrill of actually being able to do that, bro. The thrill of what could possibly happen. Seeing how she'll react. Seeing how he'll react. Seeing how like the other person will react after you just throwing a little bit of like salt in that motherfucker. It's like, bro, it's like the funnest shit to do in the world. It's like the funnest shit ever, bro. The more I started to think about it, the more it was making sense. And it's like, bro, what? Like, so this is why people be flirting. This is why people just be on some bullshit. This is why people just be playing games, because it's fun. One, it's fun. One, you have a blast doing. It's like you're practicing your game. It's like you're practicing speaking. It's like you're like you putting yourself in little pockets, little situations, and seeing how you can like get out of it just for fun, just for the fun of it. And at the end, you don't even have to worry about getting rejected, because my nigga, you never liked the person in the first place. Like, you never liked the person to begin with. So like, who's getting rejected here? I'm not. But isn't playing games toxic? You know, you're playing with other people's feelings. You're making them feel a certain type of way. You're selling them a dream. You're making yourself seem as if you're interested in them, but low-key you're not. Like, isn't this toxic? Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like there's a non-toxic way of actually playing games. Yes, the toxic playing games, that shit's ass. That shit's out the window. I feel like there's levels of pressure that could be applied. You could really apply pressure on some real shit, and then there's just, just poking type shit. There's just a little poke. And if you do a little poke, just throwing jabs type shit, just throwing little jabs here and there, it's not so deep where the other person's gonna start catching feelings, but it's deep enough where there's potentially something there. But if there's nothing there, there's no harm, there's no loss. But like, of course, if you look at it the way how I used to look at it before, like, if you're not interested in the person, don't talk to them at all. Yeah, I can see how that can be toxic. I can see how you might think that's toxic, but for the average person, bro, this is like, there's spectrums, there's levels to this shit, bro. There's a way where you can make it playful but not be toxic. There's a difference between someone that's actually being toxic, like playing with your feelings, versus someone that's just having fun, because you can tell the difference, bro. You can tell the difference between how much pressure they applied and where they're trying to take shit at. But of course, some people just don't know boundaries at all. Some people just don't know how to not cross the line, and they end up taking it too far. Of course, those are the people that are toxic. But I feel like if you throw little hints, just jab of, flirtatious, gestures, it's just lighthearted. It's lighthearted fun. It's banter. So I'm gonna encourage people to start playing games. Yes, I'm encouraging y'all to play games. I'm kidding. Don't play games, but have fun with it a little bit. Just spark up some shit. Just spark up a little bit of something. But know how to like not go overboard with it, and just not go overboard, and just learn how to like not cross that line. I'm gonna start doing that a lot more. I'm gonna start doing that more, because I feel like it'll help me more with my game, and it'll just be fun. It'll just be fun. I just want to see how that will go. So in conclusion, it's sad that we use each other as entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Us humans using each other as a form of entertainment. But I feel like if the other person's okay with it and they know that, you know, you're just trolling, then no harm is given. No harm is given. So I just say be careful with it. Be careful and just be mindful and know how to just stay within the boundary. But sometimes we are our best source of entertainment. It's just the only ones that can keep ourselves entertained is ourselves. So might as well just fuck around and have fun with it, right? But we just got to do it responsibly. As long as we're responsible and we don't cross the boundaries and, you know, just keep it lighthearted, I feel like there's no harm given. There's no harm given. So, yeah, that's the message for today. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for watching this, and I'm gone.